Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa has assured farmers and millers of Region 2, Supanam, Pomeroon, in Essequibo that government will be working closely with them to mitigate against the rising costs of production due to a number of global factors. The minister was at the time speaking during a meeting with stakeholders of the rice industry in that region Thursday, at which millers and farmers alike lamented the rising costs of vital inputs such as fuel and fertilizer and reduced prices per bag of paddy at the mills. Minister Mustafa shared with those gathered at the meeting that in relation to the prices being offered at the mills throughout the country, they are a reflection of what is happening globally, with world market prices for rice declining over the past few months, while fuel and other inputs are increasing. Farmers told the minister that compounding the rising cost of production was the deplorable state of dams necessary to bring out paddy from the fields now that the spring harvest is on the way.
In relation to dams, I agree with you that the dams should have been repaired because I always say, and I always talk to NDIA to get the dams repaired because we have approved close to about $30 million to repair these dams. Right? The water user will expend $10 million. I don't know if they started it. And the region will give the region $20 million from our budget. So let's do all the dams in the section. Lionel, I want us to get the contract out. If you don't have machine, get the contracts out, give the people them in the Essequibo Coast who can prepare the dam to do the work.
The issue and impacts of climate change was also raised by farmers of Region 2. This was addressed by the Agriculture Minister, who spoke to the mitigating measures contained in the 2022 national budget.
So what we do, we rehabilitating a number of pumps. We put in pumps at Andrews. We put in pump at construction of pump station at Charity. We're doing a new pump station at Charity. Charity normally flood periodically when the rain fall. We're doing a rehabilitation of pump station at Cozier, right? This is at the tendering stage. We're in the farmlands right now in the Pomeroon. Pomeroon is flooded, you all know that. So what we do in black drainage, and we impolder in the farmlands there, in the Pomeroon. We construct access road in Undermeaning. You remember when the president came, somebody told him, some farmers told him there are over 10,000 acres of land in the Undermeaning area that need a road there. We construct that road this year. We rehabilitate the sluice at Lima, Essequibo, right? That completed. We also doing sluice at Kapoi, that they are under construction. We are rehabilitate pump station at Andrews, and these are big projects, $528 million, $259 million. We are repair revetment at Manakuru Creek, and a number of other things. So why we do this? We do this because we put in these pumps that when rain falls, we know for a fact that we are very vulnerable. And climate change is real now. Almost every couple of months you get flood. So we want to drain the water off the land only for a period of time, for 24 hours. So when the sluice closes, the pump come into action. So that is what we are doing. This year alone, we will be procuring almost 40 pumps, more hydroflow pumps. Essequibo will have a number of those pumps. Almost all the sluices in Essequibo will have a pump to complement them. So that is what we are doing with climate change.
Minister Mustafa stressed that while government is doing its part to mitigate against the devastating impacts of climate change factors, farmers must also be cognizant of these factors and practice climate-smart agriculture. Referring directly to the dilemma of rising costs facing farmers, the minister warned that they must farm with the weather in mind in pursuit of realizing more for less. He pointed to the expected yield for the first crop this year, which is anticipated at just over 500,000 tons of paddy nationally, even though less lands were cultivated. A direct reflection of the fact that farmers across the country are getting more paddy per acre, utilizing the higher yielding varieties of paddy through the improved agronomic practices as advanced by the GRDB. Minister Mustafa stressed that the only way forward in the face of the current challenges facing the industry is for farmers to put their shoulders to the wheel, ensuring that they practice prudent management of their finances in the cultivation, shaving excesses and increasing efficiency at every stage of the crop. He said government was, in the meantime, doing its part in pursuing steps at reducing costs associated with certain critical imports, especially as it relates to fertilizer, disclosing that a supplier is meeting with government on Tuesday to discuss and hammer out an agreement for the supply of the commodity at a significantly reduced cost in time for the next crop this year.